This is the Arch at the University of Georgia. It's just one of the many traditions here in Athens. Of course, there's another one, a bit more infamous, Effie's. Back when these buildings on Old Campus were new, Effie's was already a tradition, one of the most famous houses of ill repute in the South. Legend has it that Effie Mathews started her entertainment business around the turn of the century. There's no real way to prove it, but it is known that she was in business as early as 1920. Now, it's all over. They've burned Effie's. Mrs. Mathews died years ago. Several other people continued in her footsteps, but this house and the two next to it have always been called Effie's. In the men's dorms and the frat houses over at the university, it's been the endless source of jokes and tales of fiery passion and flaming youth. Now, it's finally lived up to its reputation. This fire wasn't the result of an indignant public. It's a training exercise for the fire department.
Of course, we're doing two things, Andy. We're demolishing a national landmark, and then we're getting some experience for our recruit trainees in the department to get some actual experience on the nozzle for hot drills. The city of Athens bought this property some time ago, and they're going to redo this landscape and include this property into the sanitation department.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people at home are wondering, Chief, why Effie's?
Well, everything must go in time, and I think Effie has long since been gone, but this is the last effect that Effie has in the community. And Andy, we've sort of reserved the bank over here for the mourners, and we've had quite a few to come through this morning, mourning the last rites of Effie.
It would be safe to say that very few graduates of the University of Georgia have never heard of Effie's. It was more popular 20, 30 years ago than it was in its last days, but the house was a bit of the color, the folklore of university life. Society changed. The price spiraled from $2 in 1930 to $20 in the early 70s. And then finally, the city ended its years of gracious tolerance. 175 Elm Street has become another bit of the past. After an infamous history that spanned several decades, Effie's is going up in smoke. And whether we like to admit it or not, a big hunk of Georgia history is going up with it. In Athens, Georgia, I'm Andy Johnston.